Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at NyPullToRefresh. I think this is probably the most powerful widget that Nylo has at the moment. It makes it easy just to perform like a pull to refresh on like a list view and also paginate for your data. So rather than try to explain it, let me just show you. So if we just build and run, you can see we've got the NyPullToRefresh widget here. And now if we pull to refresh, you can see that's working. If we pull here, it will refresh back to the default state. And essentially how it works is there's two required parameters. We have data here that will contain like the context and also the data that comes from this parameter. And this parameter also contains another parameter, iteration of how many times it's iterated. So if we just print that out and just see, so just build and run, you can see that we're on iteration 1, then if we do that, iteration 2, and it's been designed like this so that you could actually call an API inside here and then use it as the page. So this would be page 1, and then you got page 2, and it will just continue like retain the data as well, just like that. So if we do that, we'll be back on page 1. You can see that. So yeah, it's a really powerful widget that you can use. Here you can see I'm using another helper that I'll show in another video for Nylo, but it's like paginate, and it allows you to just paginate through lists of data. So here it's just going to paginate 3 per page. If we wanted to do 2 per page, what we'll do now is just have 2. If we do that, you can see now it just does it like that. What also makes this widget really great is that this parameter is asynchronous, so we can call functions inside here that might take a few seconds. So let's imagine each time we fetch this data, it's going to take roughly 3 seconds to load. If we build and run, you'll see that it will display like a nice loading widget for us. And then once it's loaded, if we build and run again, it should take another 3 seconds. You'll see it's loading still at the bottom, and then it will fetch the data. So yeah, it's really powerful. I'm going to show an example as well of how you can use it with an API. The last parameter I'll show is empty. So here we can provide what to do if this data returns back empty from like the API. So if we just build and run this, it should take us 3 seconds again. And once it's finished, you see that we get the empty kind of placeholder here. So really easy. So now I'm going to jump to the next example, how you can use this widget, and that's with like an API. So what we could do is just use the API helper like this. Just do request, and we just need to pass in API service like that. So to kind of demo how this works with the API, I'm going to use a website called JSON placeholder. So with this, it's really cool. You can pass in a page like this, and you can see the user ID is updating each time we go to a new page. So let's just copy this and then add that into the GET request. For the page, we know that we can use iteration, so we'll just paste that in like that, and that's all done. So let's just return this, and then here we just need to reference one of the keys. So let's just use the user ID, just like that, and then maybe for the subtitle we'll use something else. So yeah, I think we have got a title. Yeah, let's use the title. So if we build and run this, I'd like to make a quick change to the code because this comes back as an integer and the text widget doesn't accept an integer. So with this in place, if we build and run, you'll see that we get the little loader, then it will load this, and you can see it's all working as we expect. If the user goes to the top of the widget and pulls and refresh, we're back to loading like fresh data again. So that's an example how you can use it. Hope you guys found this video useful. Definitely check out the full docs over here just to kind of learn more. There's a few other things you can do with it. But I'll see you guys in the next video.